Hi guys, today I want to show you how to mount the NZXT G12 onto a 10 series Nvidia card, in particular the Strix versions of Asus plus the Aura Sync LEDs if you want to keep them. I think that look kinda neat. I want to share my experience with you because I didn't find anything about that on YouTube and maybe I can help you all with it. Note, I'm not responsible if you damage your hardware, do anything at your own risk and in your own comfort zone. So with that out of the way, I think I'm gonna start the video now. First, I wanna show you how the system works on one of my old 780s. It's basically the same as if you would mount your CPU cooler, as you can see at the back plate. That's the only way this thing is mounted. Let's start by disassembling the 1080 Ti. Just screw out the little screws to remove the cover. This way you can access the actual cooler much easier. Put those tiny screws somewhere safe where you don't lose them. Not like me in the screwdriver box, and then close it. Now it's time to mount the brackets onto your GPU, by holding it in place and screw it in from the back. The brackets with the N on it are for Nvidia and the ones with A are for AMD. Then remove the thermal paste on your GPU core. Next, screw the fan on the G12 facing the right way, blowing air onto your VRMs. Apply new thermal pastes onto your GPU core. I took the one from Nokia because I think it's the best. And it's from Austria. Now it's time to put on the cooler. It has those little hooks on it and you can perfectly align them with the counter hooks on the G12. Try to put it in the way that the tubes go where you want them to go later. It's much easier this way. Then screw in the spring screws that came in the box with your hand, and if you're done with that, tighten them with your screwdriver, but be careful. Now it's time for the LEDs. You can see there's a board in it and those plastic sticks or tubes. Begin with removing those tubes. You can't break anything, they just sit in there. Nice little side note, the ROG logo is also lit by that. The easiest way to remove the board is to push up the plastic as I show you and then pull it out. I put the board on the G12 with tape. You can see there are two LEDs on it, that's all the magic there is to it. Then I measured how long I want the tubes to be and cut them. The tubes are fixed on the G12 with black tape and the endings are in front of the LEDs, otherwise no light will go through. Time to mount everything in your case. The easiest way is to put in the GPU first. Then align the tubing to where it should go, and then screw in the radiator. Plug in the little fan on the G12 into a case fan header on your motherboard. Do the same with the pump. Don't forget to connect the fans. I use the Y cable to control both fans with my fan controller. And for fuck's sake, don't forget to put in the LEDs on your GPU as I did and have to remove everything again. Check if there are any leaks. Then turn on your PC. And in that moment when you turn on your PC, check everything else that works. That the small fan works, that the radiator fans work, and that there isn't any leaks or whatever that is happening in your PC. If you hear water, it's normal. You move the radiator a lot and so there are water bubbles in it, they will dissolve like. If your PC crashes the first time, don't force it back on. Take out your GPU and check if the cooler makes contact with the GPU core. You can see that when the thermal paste is spreaded. If you force your PC on and it turns itself off again, it probably isn't touching itself and your GPU will die. If everything seems okay, start up Windows and open a program where you can check your GPU temps. Make sure they are really cool. Most of the time it's a bit more than your room temperature. After that you can start a stress test. You can see mine is sitting about 48 degrees Celsius after like 15 minutes. Before it was like 65 to 70 degrees with the air cooler. So yeah, definitely an improvement. Yeah, so that sums up the video. I hope I could anyone help with my advice. Yeah, didn't run into any trouble and you will see it's way easier than it looks. Also with the LED stuff, just make it like me and it should work. Yeah, so I guess this is it. I hope you like it and I'll see you around, I guess.